I started ski jumping because of my brother, and he kind of shared what he loved with me, and I caught on. And ironically, I started in 2002. The Olympics were here in Park City, and I watched the guys fly and decided that that's what I wanted to do. It was so unique, and I had these world-class facilities right in my backyard, and that's what I wanted to do.
I got involved through an after-school program, actually here in Park City, and when we did it for the after-school program, there was no gender separation. It was everybody got together and took jumps together, and so growing up, I just trained and jumped alongside the boys, and I liked it, and so I just kept doing it, and it didn't really deter me that there were not women to look up to, or that girls weren't allowed in the Olympics. I thought, okay, well, it'll happen, and I want to be there when it happens, so I just kept skiing.
The wait for that to happen took longer than expected. Jessica Jerome, who turns 27 on February 8th, helped lead the charge to get women ski jumping into the 2010 Vancouver Games. She was part of a lawsuit to get the sport included, but the legal battle came up short of including the sport in that year's Games.
I actually went to Vancouver as a spectator for a couple days, and it was great to cheer on the people that I was there to see, but it was a total bummer. It was like the party that I wasn't invited to, and I felt like a little bit of a crasher, almost.
The battle to get women's ski jumping included finally ended on April 6, 2011, when the International Olympic Committee announced women would be allowed to compete in the 2014 Sochi Games. And now 3 women from Park City, Sarah Hendrickson, Jessica Jerome, and Lindsay Van, will represent the United States in Russia.
Yeah, it is an accomplishment, and there's a time for celebration, but really for me, the focus is now on the event. Obviously my goal was to make the team, but now I have to focus on what I want to do in Sochi.
My friends and family have called me and been like, "You're an Olympian officially," and I'm like, "Guys, I still haven't been there yet."
Yeah.
I'm terribly pessimistic, if you haven't noticed. But I like I said, I'm just trying to keep the focus on training and doing what I need to do. And my family is absolutely celebrating, and they're bragging to all their friends, and I hear about it, and it's heartwarming and it's humbling, definitely. But yeah, I don't think for me it's really a thing, I guess. And definitely growing up in Park City and growing up in the skiing environment, I know a lot of people who have gone to the Olympics.
Right.
I've been friends, tons of friends go, and I think we just sort of become numb to that. Living in Park City and being a skier, and being in that environment, we sort of forget that it is this really huge honor. And we'll probably be, I'll be reminded when I walk into the opening ceremonies, and I'll be like, all right.
As the Games approach, the jumpers admit to experiencing a wide range of emotions.
I mean, kind of the whole package. I'm very excited to be a part of the Olympics, walk into the opening ceremonies, get all the uniforming stuff. That's where the excitement comes in. But there are some nerves, and there's definitely pressure from the outside and the media, which I'm trying to cope with, but it's all in support.
I can't put words to it. I have to be honest with you, I'm not a very emotional person. Every now and then it comes out, but like after I won trials, both my parents were crying, and I was like, why are you guys crying? What? But I don't know, just excitement, or maybe adrenaline, just because I'm kind of an adrenaline junkie. Maybe a really deep feeling of personal satisfaction, and self-confidence, of course. Like I said, making the team is part of the battle, and I was chosen to be on this team for a reason, so I need to remember that.
The women's jumpers have received a lot of media attention in the lead up to the Games, something that can be overwhelming at times.
I wouldn't say get to me, but it's been busy, and of course it's all out of support, which I have to remember. It's frustrating sometimes, but everybody's out here just to cheer us on and be a part of this place in history.
Yeah. I've gotten some letters from some little girls that have said "We think you're so cool. Do you like One Direction?" And I'm like, "What's One Direction?" But no, just it's really humbling, especially hearing from little girls, because I remember being that age and my role models in ski jumping were all men, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it would have been cool if there were some girls in there as well. And even if these girls aren't ski jumpers, just like the fact that they look up to me, I'm like, really? Like me?
Wait, has it impacted you?
No, I would say I try to be a little bit nicer, because my mom tells me I can be curmudgeonly. That's the word she likes to use. But no, other than that, I mean, nothing's changed. Nope. Still home on Saturday nights.
But Jessica Jerome and her teammates won't be sitting on the couch February 11th when they compete for the first time as Olympians.
I think it's something I've been mentally picturing for a very long time. It's been something that I wanted to do for myself, and the fact that it's finally happening and I get to be a part of it is very special.